Hey guys, welcome back to From Pure Life. So if you are new to my channel, my name is Lauren and welcome. I hope you guys are having a really good day. It's a Saturday and to be honest, I haven't really been feeling that good today. My anxiety's just been acting up this week and it's just been one of those weeks where I'm just not feeling myself. So I wanted to do something kind of fun that relaxes me, and one of my favorite things to do when I'm feeling down or just feeling like I need to pick me up is I like to sit and play with makeup. So that's what I did this morning. Even though I felt crabby, I made myself get dressed and I put earrings on and did my makeup and just trying to cheer myself up because I don't like to give in to bad moods. I find that the more I give into bad mood, the worse it gets. So I try to like force myself to think positively. But anyway, I am sitting down here because I have an e.l.f. haul for you guys and I'm really excited to share it with you. This was actually a treat from my husband for Mother's Day. He just wanted to treat me to some new e.l.f. products because there's been things, I like go on their website all the time and just browse around for fun, and there's some things that I've wanted to try for a long time and just haven't bought. So he gave me some money and said go ahead and pick some things out, and so that's what I did, and I just thought I'd share these things with you. I'm not going to swatch everything, although I say that and I'll probably end up swatching stuff, but it's kind of a pretty big haul. Not huge, but it's a good size haul. So I don't want this video to be too terribly long, and you guys know I like to talk. So I'm not making any promises, but I think I will do some separate reviews on products. I know that I want to review a couple of the lip palettes that I got separately just because I think they deserve their own review. I opened everything. It's all out of its packaging so that I can just show it to you and it won't be too noisy and take too long. So the first thing I wanted to show you guys, and I thought this was cool that e.l.f. has started doing this, is they sent me a sample, and I've never gotten samples from e.l.f. before, but just in case, let me pause a second. Just in case nobody is familiar, or just in case you are not familiar with e.l.f., which I think most people are. It's an inexpensive makeup brand and you can order from their website. They can also be found in Target, CVS, Walmart, Kmart carries e.l.f. I'm trying to think if there's any other stores. If you guys know of any other stores that carry e.l.f., go ahead and leave them down in the comments so that people can know where they can find this, so you can find a store that's at least in your area that sells it. But if you don't have a store, you can always order from their website, and honestly that's my favorite place just because they have everything there. Stores don't usually have the full line because e.l.f. has a lot of products, you guys. They are constantly bringing out new products. I love them as a brand because they are not only an affordable brand, but I feel like they're competitive with a lot of high-end brands because they're bringing out new and innovative products just like brands at Sephora and things like that are, and I feel like they put a lot of thought into their products, and I also love that they're cruelty-free. So they're a great brand. But anyway, enough about that. Though I wanted to share with you that they did send a sample of their eye cream, their illuminating eye cream, and also their mineral face primer. And I just thought that was really nice that they do that. I've never tried their eye cream. I have tried their face primer and I liked it okay. It wasn't my favorite face primer that I've ever used, but it does do a good job at filling in your pores. It's that kind of silicone based type primer. But if you guys have tried their skincare, let me know what you think of it down below because I've always kind of been curious, but I'm also a little hesitant just because I do have sensitive skin. So I have to be careful what kind of products I use, and my skin's kind of dry too, so I need things that are very hydrating. But anyway, the cool thing is that e.l.f. runs a lot of sales and promotions, and when I ordered, they were running a promotion that if you spent $25, you could put in a little coupon code and get 3 free brushes. So I did do that, and I got the e.l.f. eyeshadow brush, which is just a typical eyeshadow brush. I love this. I've had this in the past, and mine typically hold up pretty well. After a while, I do notice with e.l.f. brushes that the ferrule can sometimes become loose if you're not careful when you're washing them and the brushes get wet. But they are very, very soft, and I love e.l.f. brushes. I use them all the time. But I think this is around $2 for this brush. It used to be $1. Just a great basic eyeshadow brush for packing on shadow or even smudging underneath of the lash line. I also got the e.l.f. Powder brush. This is just like a flat top kabuki brush. I used to use one of these to blend in my foundation, and then it ended up breaking. I had it for a long time, you guys, and you need to understand, like, I don't have a lot of brushes. Like, this bucket is all that I have, all my brushes. I'm not somebody who, like, collects, you know, eyeshadow makeup brushes. So when I have brushes, I use them hard, and so e.l.f. brushes typically will last me, I would say, a couple years before I feel like the need to replace them. But I'm sure if you have more brushes and you rotate them out, they would last you even longer. But yeah, this is nice. I've replaced it though with the e.l.f. Is this the Flawless Foundation brush? I think is what this is called. I'm not exactly sure. I use this to put my foundation on today. I love this for buffing out the foundation, so I probably won't use this anymore for that purpose, but I could see myself using it to put powder on, which is what it's intended for. And then I also got the e.l.f. contouring brush, and this one's actually labeled. This is just one of those flat, short, dense brushes that's kind of thin, and you can use it to chisel out your cheekbones. I don't contour that often just because I don't like the way it looks on me. It's something I need to practice at, but I find that it just makes me look muddy. But now that I have this brush, maybe I will be able to do it in a way that looks good and not like I've just been playing in a mud puddle. So those are the brushes that they sent me for free, because I spent the $25. I also picked up 2 different concealers. I am on the hunt for a good, affordable concealer, and I like trying new ones and just kind of getting an idea of what's out there, and I really wanted to try some of e.l.f.'s concealers. So I picked up the Cover Everything concealer. This is a $2 concealer, and it's in the shade Light. The only negative thing I can say about e.l.f. sometimes with their concealers is I don't feel like there's a very broad shade range. I don't feel like they cater to very deep skin tones, and I don't feel like they cater to very, very fair skin tones. This is called Light, okay, and I'm just going to show you guys this. This is not a light concealer. This is definitely a peachy toned concealer that you could use as a corrector under your eyes. But if you are really fair porcelain, like milky complexion, this is going to look yellow on you. Well, peach on you. It's going to show up. It's very creamy. It feels really nice to the touch. And for me, I have a light skin tone, I guess you could say, but I do have olive undertones in my skin, so I'm leaning a little bit more warm. Light to medium, I guess is what you would call my skin tone. But yeah, this is really nice though. I like it. I'm using it under my eyes today, and it worked really well at covering up dark circles. It's very blendable, and I have not noticed too much creasing. Although now I'm saying that, I am noticing a little bit of creasing. But it is humid out today, so I don't know. I have to play around with this some more. I did like the way that it blended in, but like I said, I don't know how long wearing it is, and I am noticing a little bit of creasing now. But for $2, I really like this so far. I'm just looking to see if it says if it's hydrating. Okay, it doesn't say. It doesn't say if it's a hydrating concealer or not, but it feels hydrating. The next concealer I picked up is the Complete Coverage Concealer Palette, and this is what it looks like. And I got the shade Light, and I thought this would be nice for travel. It has a mirror at the top, and then it also comes with a little brush, which just fell out. This is what the brush looks like. It's just a very thin little brush. I don't really see myself using that, but it is nice that it's there in case. And it comes with 4 shades of concealer. These feel pretty creamy. They feel similar to the one I just showed you. I like that you get more shades to play around with. And these feel very smooth. They go on really nice. They're not too waxy or greasy feeling. So I don't know, I'm pretty impressed so far. I haven't really put this on my face yet and worn it all day to see how it wears, or if it's gonna crease or if it's gonna break me out or anything like that. But so far I like the way that they feel. They definitely feel better quality than some cheap concealers that I've tried in the past where they're really pressed hard in the pan, they feel really waxy, or they're just like super greasy. These feel creamy to me, so that gives me hope that they'll work well. Along the same lines as that palette, I picked up the e.l.f. Shimmer palette. This has been around for a while. You know what? I haven't been telling you prices. The single concealer I showed you was $2. I believe this was $3. And the shimmer palette I'm about to show you was also $3, I'm pretty sure. So this is the same. It has a little mirror here, and then it also comes with a little brush which looks identical to the one that came in the concealer palette. And then you get 4 shimmery creams in here. I'm gonna see if I can get this to show. You get a pink, a champagne, kind of a, well, that's more of a true champagne. I would say a pink, a gold, this is more of a gold, a champagne, and then a pearl right here. These feel really, really smooth and slippery to the touch. Like if you would press your finger too hard in here, you are going to press right down to the bottom of the pan because they're just very soft. They melt under the touch of your skin. And what I found with these, I'm actually wearing the champagne shade today on my cheek. I don't know if you can see that glow. You need the tiniest amount of this. I could see how this would separate and glop up if you like really went ham in there and took too much product. But what I did is I just lightly tapped my finger into the product and then bounced it onto my cheekbones, and I put it on top of powder. It did not move my product around underneath. It did not separate. It's not looking funky, and it's still on, and I've had it on for, I would say, a good 4 hours already. So I don't know, you guys, I'm pretty impressed with this so far. I also put it on the inner corner of my eye. I don't know if I'd put this all over the lid. It does suggest that you can use these as eyeshadows, maybe if I was topping it with a powder, but they are very kind of oily feeling. They're not as creamy as the concealer. They feel a lot thinner. So I'll have to let you guys know after I've played around with them more, but I do like more moisturizing, creamy based highlighters because my skin is dry. I feel like they just look a little bit more natural. I think in the summertime, if you're somebody who's oily and you want to use that, I would probably top it with a powder highlighter, use that kind of as a base, and then I could see how that would help your highlighter last even longer and be more intensified. So I also picked up 3 of their face palettes, and these are $6 each. 2 of these are new to me and 1 of these is a repurchase. The repurchase is the blush palette in the shade Light. I like these. I'm trying to get this open. My sister put acrylic nails on me. She's a nail tech, and I'm still learning how to open stuff. I've never had them on before, so I feel kind of like I can't do things sometimes. But yes, here are the blush shades. You get this kind of bronzy shade, a baby pink, which is actually what I'm wearing on my cheeks today. This is more of a coral rusty shade right here that does have some gold glitter in it, and then you get like a, this is looking hot pink on my camera, but it's more of like a true rose shade in person. This is what the blushes look like. I barely touched, you guys, and they are very smooth, very blendable, and very pigmented. They're all matte except for, yeah, except for that kind of coral shade right here, which does have some glitter, but I don't notice it showing up even in the swatch. I can see it a little bit. Can you guys see it? I'm not really seeing glitter, so I don't know. I'll have to play around with that on my cheeks. I had this before, and I think I ended up giving it away to my mom or someone because I had a lot of blushes at the time. Not because I didn't like it, I just didn't reach for it because I had so much, and I was kind of missing having it in my collection. I wanted to try playing around with it again, so I'm glad I picked it back up because I like the colors a lot. Along the same lines as that, I did pick up the e.l.f. Cream Blush Palette in the shade, is this Soft? This is the Soft palette, and I'm not sure if that cut out or not. Okay, what I was saying is that I picked up the Soft Cream Blush Palette. This looks very similar to the Powder Blush Palette, but these are all creams. I will say there's not really a true bronzy shade in this one like there is in the blush palette, but you guys, these feel really nice and creamy. They have a nice texture to them. I'm not sure how they will set on the cheeks, but I definitely can tell that they have pigment and they feel just really nice. Here's the cream blushes right here. You can also use these on your lips as well. They're just a really nice consistency. I'm excited to try these out on my cheeks and see how they perform. I've heard really good things, and if you are a deeper complexion and you're looking at these saying, I don't like shades like that, definitely check out their website because they have a deep version of the cream blush palette which has some beautiful berry tones in it, and then they also have a dark version of the blush palette which has deeper shades as well. Although I will say, even if you have deep skin, these powder blushes pack a punch, and I'm sure you could layer them if you like soft pinks. I'm sure you could layer these to have enough pigment to show up on your skin, and vice versa. If you're really fair and you want to try the deep blush palette, if you use a light hand, I'm sure you could make it work. So they are very versatile in that way, which is awesome because then anybody can use them, you know what I mean? So, okay, next is the Illuminating palette. I picked this up. I have been wanting to try this forever, you guys, and it's just one of those things I just never get around to purchasing. I've also heard mixed reviews on it, people saying, it's okay, people saying, I really love it, and I knew going into it that these weren't going to be like strobing highlighters, but that these were going to be more like setting powders with a sheen, or kind of like the, what is it called? The, I'm trying to think, Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powders is what some people have compared these to. You can see this one has a sheen. This is the light yellow here in the palette. That's probably the most luminous. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not like wowed by this just in swatching it and then playing around with it on my face today. I wasn't like, you know, wowed by it, but I need to play around with it some more and kind of figuring out where to use what colors. I do really like this as a subtle highlight. I don't know, none of these here would really work as under eye setting powders for my skin tone. They're too cool toned. This maybe as like a bronzer topper, but I'm not really sure what colors I would use out of this. So I don't know, I have to play around with it. The powders feel nice and creamy, but I'm just not sure what I'm gonna do with it or how it will work for me, if that makes sense. Okay, so I did pick up a couple eyeshadows. I'm trying not to buy too many eyeshadows because I do have a lot of eyeshadow palettes, but yeah, I can't help myself sometimes. I love makeup so much. But anyway, they came out with these. They're called Best Friend Eyeshadow Duos. These were under the new section, so they come in packaging like this, and they are just little duos of eyeshadow. You get one shimmer shade and one matte shade. They're supposed to complement each other and just be a really simple eye look, and I am all about simple eye looks right now because I don't have a lot of time to put my makeup on. There are 5 shades altogether, and I picked up 3 of them. I picked up the more neutral shades. They had 2 more that were more in like the blue purple family, which I may go back and get because I really do like the formula of these. The first one that I picked up is in the shade T for 2, and this one is the one that I am wearing today. It has a rose gold shade and then a cream. And what I did is I just put the rose gold shade all over my lid and I blended it out with the cream. These blend really, really easily, and they have a nice amount of pigment. They feel very smooth. They're not the creamiest powders that I've ever felt, but they definitely have good color payoff. This next one is so pretty. This is Peach Squad, and this one is the one that kind of drew me in right away because it has this really beautiful peach, which I think would look so nice in the crease, and then this gorgeous kind of copper gold shade. So there is the matte peach, and there is the warm bronzy gold, copper gold, whatever you want to call it. And then the last one that I picked up is called Pink Pal. And this one I got because this shade on the website kind of reminded me of Urban Decay's Sin a little bit, which is one of my favorite lid shades. And then it also has a shade that looks very similar to Naked, kind of like a neutral brown type of shade. So here is Pink Pal. It's definitely not as reflective as Sin, but it does look very similar, and this is going to be a really nice crease and transition shade for me. So I'm excited. They're very, excuse me, they're very nice quality, and yeah, I think they're definitely worth the $3. So if you're looking for just a nice little eyeshadow duo, check these out. They seem really nice. So I got those. I also picked up, and I'm not going to swatch these because most people have seen these before, the e.l.f. lip balm tints. I think they're discontinuing these, and I just wanted to grab them again because my stores have stopped carrying them. Sorry guys, my camera cut off. So what I was saying is that I picked up 2 of the e.l.f. lip balm tints. If you've never tried these, I definitely recommend picking them up now because I do think that they are discontinuing these. I'm also a huge fan of, let me just move my mirror over here so I can open my drawer to show you guys. I'm also a big fan of the e.l.f. lip balms like this. These, I forget what they're called, like the Kiss Balms or Moisture Balms. I can't remember what these were called, but they are not available on e.l.f.'s website anymore. I still can find these in my local Target, but the colors are very limited. I'm so sad because I love this type of product. These are just a moisturizing pot of lip balm that has a nice tint to it, and they're very kind of almost glossy, but not too glossy. I don't know, they're just the perfect texture to me, and they smell like vanilla and sugar, and I just love them. They taste good. They feel good. I've had these in the past and really, really enjoyed them. So the only 2 shades they had available were Berry and Grapefruit, which were my 2 favorite shades anyway of the other balm tints that I've had. So I'm so happy to have those again. Those are $2 on their website. I can't talk today, you guys. What is my problem? Okay, so I picked those up. And then I also picked up 2 of the e.l.f. liquid lipsticks, Luscious liquid lipsticks. I think they are discontinuing these as well. I just kind of get the vibe that they are because they're offering less colors and they're getting dropped in price, which just leads me to believe that they may be leaving soon. So if you want to try these, you might want to get on there and get them soon. I love these. I wouldn't consider these a liquid lipstick. I would consider these a lip gloss. They're not sticky. They're very nourishing. They just feel nice on the lips. This one is in the shade Baby Lips. It's just a sheer pinky mauve color. You click these up, and then the product comes out the top. It has just like a slanted applicator, but you can see it's just like a gloss. It's not that pigmented, but I like the texture of these glosses. And as far as scent, They have like a mint scent to them. This one is in Pink Lemonade, and I feel like they've changed this color. I used to have it before and it was like a mauve tone. Now it's more of a raspberry shade. It's still beautiful, but it's like a raspberry with a gold shift to it. These are nice. I really do like them just to pop in my purse for a easy application on the go. And I do find them to be hydrating. I also picked up the moisture lipstick in the shade Cheeky, and sorry, I guess I should show you the packaging. This is what it looks like. It's a kind of the best way to describe it is a brown pink with a little bit of red. That's the best way I can describe it. It has almost like a burnt peach, maybe. I don't know. How would you describe that color? It's just a neutral tone, and I really like it. And it has a gold shift to it. It's beautiful. I love this color, and it smells like brown sugar. Love, love, love their lip products. And then last but certainly not least, the main reason that I placed an order, or the item that I've really been wanting to try, were their Runway Ready lip palettes. So I got the first edition and the second edition. They also have since come out with a collaboration with, I can't remember if she's a YouTuber or a blogger or if she does just Instagram beauty posts, but she collaborated with e.l.f., which is so cool, and they came out with another palette. And I do want that one as well, but that one's $16, whereas these are only $8 each. Now, her palette does come with a really cute pink makeup bag, which is probably why it's more expensive, and also a little pamphlet that gives some tips and tricks on how to use the palette. But I've been wanting a lip palette for a while, and I've looked at a lot of different ones. I was kind of lusting after the Smashbox one on Sephora's website. That's $75, you guys. I'm not spending that because I don't, it's too big too. It's like the size of a book. Whereas these are very streamlined and thin, and what I love about these is they're actual functional lip palettes. These are not cheap glosses that have been shoved into a palette with no mirror and no brush, and you're supposed to stick your finger in and smear them on your face. No, these are lipsticks that have been melted down. They smell just like the moisturizing lipsticks. They have that brown sugar. You guys can see my setup there, my janky setup. They have here, they come with, which I just dropped, they come with a functional lip brush that's really nice. You can see I used this today. That's what I'm wearing on my lips. They come with a really nice mirror, which you can see. And sorry if I blinded you. And then they come with 6 lip colors. This is Runway Lip Palette number 2. And this is the color I'm wearing on my lips right now, you guys. It's so creamy. It's so pigmented. It smells so good. They feel really moisturizing on the lips. They taste good. If you accidentally get some in your mouth, because we all know we lick our lips sometimes, but they're just really good palettes, and they're so easy to just pop in your purse and be able to do your lipstick on the go. This is Runway Lip Palette number 1. This is the original one. And yeah, they're beautiful. So I want to do a devoted review on these because I like them so much. I think they deserve their own video. That's why I'm not going to swatch them right now. So look out for that. That's probably going to be one of my next video ideas to do for you guys because I just love them. They're so, so good. Okay, that is everything. That was a long video. I'm really sorry, you guys. It's hard to make hauls short when you have so much product to talk about, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. Definitely give me a thumbs up if you guys want to see more makeup hauls. I have an Amazon haul that my husband also got for me of some City Color products I'd been wanting to try. I love sharing affordable makeup with you guys. I think it's great to be able to help each other find products that are cheap, not cheap, but affordable, that work well. So let me know if you guys want to see that Amazon haul. Maybe I'll do that next. And also the lip palette review. And just remember, as always, that you are beautiful, you are special and unique, and no one can tell you any different. Alright guys, I'll talk to you later. Have a good day. Bye.